You know, these crazy situations I get myself caught up in are just out of nowhere. This experience I had witnessed, and the timing of it was just very unexpected, and I can't believe this happened as soon as one of my friends left. And actually, another situation happened during that whole pedo shit, which I will be talking about in this video. Now, before we begin this, I'm going to give a shout out to one of my newer subscribers because I think they said one time that they're trying to get monetized on YouTube. So the first link will be in the description of this video. So anyway, let's begin. So this story time takes place a few days ago. Yes, this is another recent story time that happened. And I was with Chris on Rec Room. It was just another normal day as usual. It was almost nighttime and Chris had to go after joining a few rooms and fooling around a bit. Now, let me tell you this, sometimes, but not all the time, whenever Chris leaves to either go eat or do something else, something crazy tends to happen when he's not around. After we go to the rec center, Chris had to go and he was gonna be on Discord. And I was just about to get on too, but I decided to remain and do some trolling. And honestly, I was kind of glad I stayed. There were these two girls, and I'm going to call one of them Alex and the other one Elizabeth. And I decided to be an asshole, and they got very pissed with me. I was trying not to laugh, but knowing how mad they were, I just couldn't hold back my laughter. And as they were saying shit to me, that's when that weird guy shows up, and he will be called Mr. Weirdo for this video. So this guy walks up to us, and I'm already getting a bad feeling about him. I don't know why I was feeling like that, but there was just something odd about this guy that had me like uncomfortable. Because he would always walk over to Elizabeth for some odd reason, and Alex would just tell him to just stay away from her or something. But what this guy asked me and those two girls was, can we follow him on Instagram? And I said to him, no, fuck your Instagram. And then he says to me, okay, fuck you, N-word. And I just got so fucking mad at that, and I told him off. Then I see some other people show up, and I think it was the friends of those two girls. And I was still dealing with this fucking idiot because he was just laughing, thinking it was funny to say the N-word. And then this other person, who wasn't even involved in the situation, walks up to me, screams at me, telling me to shut the fuck up, and calling me all kinds of shit, just making it worse. And it wasn't just me he was yelling at, but he was also yelling at everyone for no fucking reason. Me and this other guy decided to troll the shit out of this child, which made him so angry that he just screamed at us. And I noticed that Alex, Elizabeth, and their friends were dealing with the Mr. Weirdo guy, and I had to deal with this fucking idiot screaming at me. After a few minutes go by, I started a vote kick and got him kicked from the room because this person was starting to just irritate me at this point. But that didn't end there. Just as I was about to leave again, this one guy, and I'll call him James, walks up to me and says, dude, Mr. Weirdo is a pedophile because he is asking underage girls to date him. And when I heard that, the first thing on my mind was like, oh, come on, not this again. Now, I could have expected this could have been something different, but I didn't expect it to be another fucking pedo situation, of all things. So I go over there to where they are, and everyone is trying to keep this guy away from Elizabeth because he just kept going towards her, acting like a fucking pervert. Now, one of the guys told me that Mr. Weirdo said he was 16, but we all knew that he wasn't because his voice literally sounded like he was a full-grown adult. What we were doing was trying to make this guy leave Rec Room and never come back, because the last thing we wanted is this guy going around and causing harm to people younger than him. And worst of all, Mr. Weirdo even said that he wanted to fucking marry this girl. And that just creeped me out to even more to where I was like, yeah, this guy really needs to get fucking banned. So we had this idea that we would get a hacker that could help us get this guy's IP or any info about him so we can get rid of him. And luckily, we did get a hacker because I started hearing from his mic that he was typing in some code to this software he was using. But then I remembered that Mr. Weirdo said something about his Instagram, so when I told one of the guys about it, they was like, well, maybe we can get his Facebook from his Instagram and then we can find out more about him. And Mr. Weirdo, when we asked him for his Instagram, He was stupid enough to give it to us. Now he was completely fucked. So, to summarize everything, after many attempts to try and get this guy to leave Rec Room, he finally leaves. But at this point, I had this feeling he wasn't gone, and he will probably be back on another account or be stupid enough to even log on to his old account. I don't know. So after all that, we just left and played some games on Rec Room, and then I just left that night, and I was telling Chris and another friend about this, and they were fucking shocked that this happened right after Chris leaves. So yeah, that was the story of how I encountered a pedo on Rec Room, the shitty game I don't like playing, and the moral of this is, if you see someone being creepy and you know they are sick in the head, don't be afraid to record it and call the law enforcement. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.